Hi, my name is Richard Karambokas, and today I'll be showing you how to configure DHCP. Okay, so as you can see, I'm already on my Windows Server 2008, so let's begin. So first you're gonna click Start, and you're gonna select Server Manager. Right, then okay, then you're gonna select Roles. And then you're gonna click on Add Roles. Right, and you're gonna see this window pop up, so you're gonna go ahead and click Next, and here I'm going to select DHCP server. It must be ticked for the sake of this tutorial, so I'm gonna click Next. Right, what this introduction to DHCP server is just giving you a brief description of what it is. As you can see, DHCP stands for Dynamic Host Configuration Protocol, and it goes on to say what it allows to do, etc. So you're gonna click Next, and as you can see, you could see the IP address for the server, which is 192.168.0.1. So I'm just gonna click on Next, and here now you're gonna see the parent domain, which is richard.com preferred DNS server IP address. So I'm gonna leave that as is. I click Next, and this option allows you to use wins. Now, since I don't have wins, I'm just gonna leave the first one tick, which is wins is not required. Then I click Next, and now I'm going to select Add. I'm gonna give the scope a name, so I'll just call it Richard Scope, and the starting IP address I'll put .10, right? Now for the starting and ending address is a range, so you could put any range that you feel comfortable with. I'm just gonna have 10 as my starting, and I'll put 90, right? And the subnet mask will be 255.255.255.0, and then I'm going to you're gonna leave the default gateway option, leave that blank, and you see subnet type, so you have between wired and wireless, and the least duration in which they will expire. So with wired you have 6 days, and with wireless you have 8 hours. Now, based on your choice, you could choose whichever one please works for you, but for the sake of this tutorial I'll just leave it as wired. And then I'm going to make sure that this activate the scope is checked. Then I'm going to click OK, and as you can see, Richard scope has been added, and you'll see any range as well. So I'm going to go on, so I'm going to click Next, and here I'm going to disable the DHCP version 6 because I'm using version 4, so I'll just disable that. I'll click Next, and as you can see, use current credentials administrator, right? I'll leave this as is and select next, and here you will see a summary of everything. So you just want to check to make sure that everything is what you wanted it to be. Right, so I'm just gonna click install, and this may take a while, so I'll wait. Okay, now that the installation was successful, I'll click close, and as you can see here, the DHCP server was created. Right? Okay, now I'm gonna go to my administrative tools. I'm going to select DHCP, right? And as you can see, you're seeing Windows Server 2008.com. That's not really what I want to show, but okay. So you'll click the drop down menu, and I'll expand both. Now I'm just showing that both of these are both versions 4 and 6 are active because of this little well, I'm seeing it as a gray arrow, but yeah, that's showing that they're active. So I'm gonna minimize version 6, expand version 4. I'm gonna click on address pool, and as you can see, you could see the starting IP address, which is .10, and the ending one, which is .90. Right? And then I'm gonna click address leases. Now here, this is where you would see what addresses was added, was assigned to a machine, and see how much longer that machine has with that address until they are asked to assign a new address. Okay, so now I'm gonna log X off everything. Right, so I'm gonna log in now. I'm gonna bring up my Windows Vista, which is already logged in, and here I'm going to select Network and Sharing Center. Right, then I'm going to click on Manage Network Connections. I'm going to right click on Local Area Network and select Properties. Right, and you're going to double click on the version 4, and you can see the addresses that I manually assigned, but for this tutorial I'm going to select obtain an IP address automatically. So then I'm going to click on, right, I'm going to select OK and click OK again. Okay, and I'm going to do the same thing on Windows 7 now. So like before, I'm going to I'm going to go into Networks, Connections and Sharing. And I'm going to click on, okay, before I go into Windows 7, I have to do something very quick in Windows Vista. I'm going to X this off. Let's minimize that. I'm going to check the settings. I'm going to go to Start and get command prompt. And I'm going to type in ipconfig. And as you can see, the IP4 address is 192.168. That's not supposed to be there, but okay. So now I'm going to do the same thing on Windows 7, right? So back in Network Sharing Center, change adapter settings. And you're going to do the same thing that you did before in Windows Vista, right? Obtain IP address automatically. So I'm going to click OK and OK again. Like I said, this will take a while, so I'll wait. Right, and I'm going to do the same thing here. I'm going to check settings by going into my command prompt. And I'm going to type in ipconfig. Click enter. Now I don't know why it's doing this as well, so that's all. It's not supposed to be saying .56, it's supposed to be saying .0.10, or in this case 11, so I'm really not sure what's going on there. So now I'm gonna go back to my Windows Server. Right, so I'm gonna go into administrative tools. I'm going to select DHCP, and I'm going to click on the server name. I'll expand it, and I'll expand IP version 4. I'll select scope, and address lasers. Now in this section you're supposed to see the two VMs appear here with the client IP address, the name, and the lease expiration, but I'm having technical problems with it, so that's the only issue I have. And with that, this is how you do DHCP. Thank you.